Hey Bayek, it's me Ian, and in today's video I'm going to look at this. This is The Descent from 2005. This was kindly sent to me by Sean, and thank you so much. It's a wonderful film. It is, yes, absolutely love it. And, well, let's get on with it then. Hey Bayek. It's 100 minutes long, so it's fine. Just sails by, honestly. Just absolutely sails by. On Rotten Tomatoes, it's got 86%. I think this reflects it quite well in some ways because I think generally there's a lot of love for this film at the time, and now I think it's grown even more. It really works so well. It does it, and it's got an originality about it in many ways, even though it's using a lot of old ideas. It puts them together really well in a refreshing way, and that's down to the writing and the direction, the photography, everything about it, of the designs as well. Everything, it just works so well. Now, this was directed and written by Neil Marshall. And of course, you might know him from Dog Soldiers, the 2002 werewolf film, which is absolutely brilliant. He directed that. And then he wrote this project, and I think he was looking for something about a different approach in a horror film. In other words, for instance, making the cast all female, the leading cast, which is a really good new dynamics to the film that works well. I think it's good that he was thinking in these kind of terms, looking to make his story really interesting and different from what we normally see. He directed. He's directed quite a few interesting films. He directed a film called Doomsday in 2008, and that is a sort of sci-fi action film. Then he did the remake of Hellboy in 2019, and then he's done another action horror film in The Lair 2022. He was, I think it's worth pointing out, the executive producer of The Descent Part 2, which came out in 2009. Now, I think he was very happy to be part of the film and was very happy that this film was made, the follow-up. I think he really was flattered. So there's always the connections as well. The director of that film also was connected very much with this film, which is really good. Now, the budget of this film was only $3.5 million, quite a low budget, and it was very successful. It made $57.1 million. Fantastic. Let me just point out a few other things. The music is by David Julian. Now, you're thinking, who's he? Bayek. I was looking at the sort of music he's composed for, and it's very interesting. Yes, Insomnia, 2002, The Prestige, 2006, both Christopher Nolan films. The brilliant Eden Lake. Yes, Eden Lake, 2008. That is a classic British horror film. He composed the music on that one. And also, he did the music for The Descent Part 2, 2009. Great, absolutely great. Adds so much again to this. Now, it was filmed at Ashridge Park in Hertfordshire, and then Pinewood Studios. Now, in Pinewood Studios, they built this wonderful cave system. It was all built in the studio because it was just they just couldn't do it actually going on location to do it. And wow, it worked so well. And the cast as well were very much involved. I mean, it was a vigorous shoot really for the cast. They had to learn some rock climbing skills within the film. This all shows and adds to it, and that is really great, really. So also the creatures as well that were designed. I mean, they were fantastic as well. They add so much. Let me just go through the cast as well. We've got Shauna McDonald. She's the lead. She plays Sarah. She also came back in the sort of lead in Descent Part 2 of 2009. And it's really good to see that she was part of that. Also, she's in a very interesting British horror werewolf film, Howl, 2015, which is quite interesting. Then we have Natalie Mendoza, who plays Juno. She's another important character in this film. She returned as well in the more, as the same character in The Descent Part 2, but played again a real active role in the film, because they all did make an appearance, but the other cast members were on really just a small scene when they're looking at a camcorder, and it was filmed just looking at them all together. Again, there's that bit, so they did come back to film that. Then we've got Saskia Mulder, who played Rebecca. I can't really find much about her, apart from she was a Dutch film and TV actress. That's it. We've got Alex Reed, who plays Beth. She does make this appearance again, as I say, in the camcorder scene, Descent Part 2. Then we've got Nora Jane Noon, plays Holly. She again is in the Part 2 camcorder scene. And she was also in Doomsday 2008, which of course Neil Marshall directed. So there we are. So we've got some nice connections there. Yes. So what is the film about? Now, what I like about this film is you watch the film, it starts really in quite a shocking way. You see this scene quite early on. It is right. It's really there right at the beginning. You see a tragic car accident, and Sarah survives that, but her husband and child don't, and this of course has a major effect on her life, as it would also in her relationship with Juno, because she does actually find out that Juno's been having an affair with her husband as well before he died. So that issue is there in the film. This is a really good way they've built the characters up. So we move forward 1 year later, and the 6 women all meet in the Appalachian Mountains, North Carolina. Even though it's filmed in this country, we're in North Carolina. Brilliant, fantastic. It does really look. It looks fantastic, doesn't it? I mean, it really does. And And then they decide, as you do, oh, why not? Let's go down that hole there and explore some caves. And that's what they do. Of course, they go and explore some caves, and then the story starts to unravel from that moment. But what is good is you don't really see the creatures for quite a long time. Maybe, I don't know, it could even be about 50 minutes, something like that. This is how it builds up the tension, which is fantastic. And when we see these creatures, which I say they call them crawlers, and they're fantastic. The training that they must have done as well in this, the people involved in all this is fantastic, and they're really a colony that has evolved in this cave system in the darkness. Therefore, they can't see. It's all to do with their senses. They've got heightened senses, and there's the sound. And the way they move. It does have some of the things that you may have seen in the past. I was thinking of the Predator and other things like that. But these are not aliens. These are evolved creatures that perhaps were human at one time, had a human link, and have developed and hidden away. And it all develops into a real tension. Real proper tension, and you're on your edge of your seat and wondering, where is this going to go? And you don't know, right? And until the end. The ending now is interesting, because in America they decided to film one ending in the terms of they did a cut, whereas in the United Kingdom here we got the longer cut, and the longer cut is far more bleaker, whereas the American one in a way sets up what they can do for the part 2, which they filmed. But it's a very bleak ending, the English one, British English one. So overall, I think you really can't argue with this film. It's entertaining. The acting, performances, direction, the atmosphere, everything about this is just spot on. It really is. It's highly recommended. If you're not seeing something and looking for something, maybe just a slightly different, I mean, it just adds something, the underground element and the way it all escalates, and it's wonderful. The direction, photography, design, as I've said, you just cannot fault. And most of all, it's entertaining, and you'll love it. You will, honest. Here is the Blu-ray. There we are. And there's some really good extras. I recommend the extras are excellent. Watch the extras. They really give a good insight into everything. I love it when you have really good extras, and this has got them. And this is not even on a boutique label either. Released by Pathé, this. Fantastic. You never know, I suppose it could get an upgrade, who knows, to a boutique label at some time. But yeah, there it is. So, that's it. I really do recommend this film. Absolutely loved it. I'm sure you will. Honest. Well, you might not. I don't know. Anyhow, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed and know myself, please subscribe, because then we let you know when I produce these videos. And if you like it, please give it a like. It helps with algorithms, so that hopefully more people might enjoy my videos. Or perhaps they won't, I don't know. But, you can have a look. And always have a look at all my playlists and all that. And you can see what I produce. And lots of stuff, hopefully, that you might enjoy. If you've got any comments, please put your comments down. I love to read your comments. I really do. Fantastic. It really is. And I always answer them. Yes. I'll try to. Anyhow, that's it. And it all costs no. I have to get that in. Here, the auction, you've got to get it in. It costs no. You can't say fairer than that, I'll tell you. Yeah, you can't. Anyhow, all I got to say is, I'll see you I'll see thee again.